Washington versus Florida. This is the first ever playoff matchup between the Caps and the Cats. The season series, Florida went 2-1. Washington went 1-1. But the last game between the two was way back in November. Florida favored in the series minus 400, so you got to put up 400 to make 100, or you put up 100 to make 300 on Washington. Of course, we talked about Florida already. They set a team record for points and wins. They're bringing in Bobrovsky. He's expected to start game one. Interestingly, his playoff starts 13-23 with a 3.24 goals against, an 8.99 save percentage in 41 playoff games. He's only won one playoff series. And then conversely, with the Capitals, we don't know if we're getting Vanacek or Samsonov. Don't know who's going to be in net, but let's go to you, Biz, once again first on this one. What's your take?
I think that the Florida Panthers are going to win this in 6. I think that goaltending has been a question mark all season long for the Washington Capitals. It was not addressed. There's still a question mark as to who's starting even as we're recording this podcast. I think it's going to be their downfall, and they just do not have the offensive power that they once did in order to keep up with this Florida Panthers team. I don't even think there's a fucking mental hurdle to get over. I mentioned it probably a month ago. I was not impressed with this Washington team. They were the clear number 8 seed, in my opinion, and they're going to get bounced in the first round. I think that expertise will help them carve out 1 or 2 wins and make it not a complete shit show embarrassment. But there's no way that this Florida Panthers team is being stopped in the first round. And if I guess there was one question mark about Ekblad and the cap circumcision, in which they seem to work out, and obviously miraculously he's back game 1. Boom, that problem's over with. And then maybe, just maybe, goaltending was a question mark, but they got the 1-2 punch. Like all these other playoff teams, that is the new norm. They are locked and loaded. We are going to see a playoff run for the Florida Panthers.
What, Doug?
One can only hope we get a rematch of the battle in Florida that we got to see last year with Tampa and Florida. I know the Florida Panthers are going to be taking care of their end. I think this is a similar mismatch, almost possibly worse than Colorado-Nashville. I think this is an absolutely drumming waiting to happen. Having Ekblad, first of all, I thought they were in trouble when Ekblad went down. I mean, what was their record? It was like 20-3 when he was without him. Now, I'm kind of guessing on the numbers, but they went on a tear, as R.A. mentioned, to win the President's Trophy, all without one of the top defensemen in the league. I mean, this guy was right at a point per game when he got hurt, running that first power play, which is amazing. Now he goes back with Weegar, one of the best pairings in the league, and I just think their scoring is so above anyone else that, like, when Giroux came over, it almost made a special force even crazier, because now you look at the depth with Duclair's season that he's had, and then the third line with Marchment and this super rookie that nobody talks about, Lundell. I don't even know, is he technically a rookie still? But
yeah, he's a rookie.
Yeah, Anton. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, nobody even mentions this guy in Rookie of the Year stuff, but he carries play. He's a big, strong defensive player too, where he's not even a liability whatsoever on the ice defensively. And then the goaltending, Bobrovsky's been great. You also have Knight if something were to go wrong. I think Washington, it's kind of like you're watching a team that's had this amazing run, and yeah, they only got one cup when it looked like so many years, and they won the President's Trophy. They were going to get others and kept getting bounced. They couldn't get by Pittsburgh. It seems like it's kind of ending, you know? It seems like it's kind of coming down to an end, and they barely snuck in this year. They pretty much gave away the chance of playing the Rangers because they should have been able to overtake Pittsburgh with how poorly they played down the stretch.
Ovi had a torn motivator. Missed the last 3 games.
Ovi got hurt. We don't know his status for game 1.
No, he's playing. He had a torn motivator. He's back in.
Well, it just seems like they have no chance whatsoever in this series to me. I'm picking Florida in 5 games. The goaltending's a question mark in Washington as well, and it's just it's such a tough team to play against in Florida that they keep coming at you in waves. Now, the one thing Merle's mentioned that's true, all the comebacks, you can't rely on that in the playoffs. That window that shuts a little bit once the teams get better and the games get tighter and the games are refereed a little bit closer and maybe there's less power plays. And you can't rely on these 2, 3, 4 goal comebacks that you've seen the Panthers have all season. So they're going to have better starts. but they are a wagon of a team, and I'm really looking forward to watching them play in this first round and kind of seeing how special this team looks in trying to make a cup run. President's Trophy's no joke, and they did it in a year where Colorado looked like to have it wrapped up early on, and like I said, it's Florida in 5 for me.
Yeah, Claude Giroux, huge addition. 73 points in 85 career playoff games. The Caps, they were in a heater from basically, March 1st till April 23rd, 16-5-2. They did finish the season with 4 straight losses. But to me, Ovechkin, man, if he's dinged up, I don't know if they were resting him for the injury purposes or just try to get him a little blow toward the end. But I don't know. I don't like this matchup too much for Washington. Although, they do have a strong veteran team. A lot of guys who have been there. Peter Laviolette, great coach. So I'm going to go Florida in 6. Biz, what did you have?
I had Florida in 6. As long as we get Tom Wilson blowing somebody up in the first series, that's all we. As long as we get that from Washington, I'm happy. I say that was a successful season. Tom Wilson ended somebody's life with a clean hit, and the internet blew up, and we get to read it for 3 days. We get to hear no supplementary discipline, and then them blow up for another 3 days is all I want out of the first round for the Washington Capitals.
Merles, what do you got for us?
Yeah, so I was really intrigued by this Florida team all year. So, I took the suck and I went down to Florida and watched a game a couple weeks ago to make sure I got all the inside info, some boots on the ground. The team is for real. They were dominant. I was sitting 12 rows up. I mean, these guys were so skilled. And one of the things I noticed, I totally forgot they traded for that Chirac guy from Montreal. I didn't even notice him out there, which is what you want from a D. And especially in the playoffs. You don't want to notice a guy. He's just out there shutting everything down. The rink, everyone complains about the rink being far away, but they had a great crowd. The beer lines were super long, so everybody was getting buckled. So that's going to make for a loud building come playoffs.
Oh, wow. Good factors. This is great insight.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see Kodak Black's cum stain on the concourse?
No, I was not looking for that. No. I was there with my 2 nephews, so I was trying to keep it a G-rated game.
Okay.
We actually got them on the Jumbotron. So we
Holy
were on the
shit.
Jumbotron.
12 rows up. Look at you spending
Great
it.
game, and Nate out there is already all over me. He wants me on the Caps bandwagon. It's not happening. I've got Florida in 5 games, and another reason is I really don't like Peter Laviolette. He is the last coach to send me down.
Oh, fuck him, Murr.
Yeah, listen to this story. So we
were
on an exhibition game in Philly. This was when I was with Carolina, and I scored the only goal. We lost 3-1, 4-1. I scored the only goal in the game, I think. It could be a lie again, but I did score.
Check the game sheet.
And on the plane ride home, they're like, "Yeah, Peter wants to talk to you in the back." I'm like, "Oh, right." Like, I played 2 games. I got 2 points.
Get an apartment.
This is going great. He has the plane ticket with my name already printed on it. So it didn't. I could have scored 8 goals that game, and I was still getting sent down the next day. So I got sent down, and 2 weeks later, I was in Russia.
Hey, too old of a guy to be first
Cats.
cut.
Yeah, and it was the first cut, only guy cut. I went out. You know how you go out the night like you get sent down in the big city? I was the only one. I had to go out alone. It's brutal.
He didn't even give you a partner?
No, nobody. So I'm not a big fan
I'd
of
like
his.
to change,
even though he is a great coach, I am not a big fan.
I
want
to change my answer. Florida in 4.
Okay. Florida in 3.
No, I'm serious. Change it. Florida in 4.
Biz,
Sweep.
Florida in 4.
That story hit home. I was gonna say 5, but then you said he made you drink alone, and he said fucking Florida in 3.
Brunelli, what do you got for us, buddy?
I got Florida in 7, and I don't think it's going to be easy for him. This team has no playoff experience. Washington's got a ton of guys who have been there before. This Florida team kind of reminds me of the Tampa team from a few years ago.
Oh, my God.
Before they started winning, right?
You have to
Before
learn
they
how to win.
Yeah, they got to learn how to win in the playoffs. So I like Washington kind of like when Columbus beat Tampa a few years back in the first round when they swept them. I like Washington, but not enough to beat them, so I'm going Florida in 7.
Okay.
I like that.
All right.
I like that.
Okay.
All right.
But going back to Laviolette, was he not the creator of Dry Island as well?
Oh.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh,
That's
wow.
I might change mine to a sweep,
Walk
too,
the
now.
plank. Walk the plank.
Smell you later.
I'm doing a shot of Pink Whitney
Are you
every Panthers goal this playoffs.
Oh yeah, good luck, buddy. We'll get you a liver donor. Are you changing it to a sweep?
I'm officially change it to a sweep.
There it is.
Wow.
I'm on board too.
Merles.
And I mean, I want to get we're going to go to the finals, right? We need to go to Fort Lauderdale.
Yes.
Yeah.
You didn't
I
see
like
my,
the way you think.
If you didn't see I've done the
Liquordale.
Chiclets concierge, so I know all the spots for us down there.
Well, RA's got a timeshare.
Perfect.
No, that's Daytona Beach up north.
Yeah.
Oh,
Those
okay.
are
We'll make the commute.
Those are a racket. Those are a racket anyways.